Yeah.
For the 13th.
Yeah.
The
Time flies.
Time flies. Welcome to the 12th episode of Sima and Say. My name is Atieno.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is
Sima and Say.
We cook and we chat.
Wow.
Even though we are not going to be cooking on this episode, but there's going to be a lot of chatting.
I think, Lynn, we should start. We should go back to our roots.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
Stop being lazy.
Yeah.
So today's episode is a conversation that hit close to the heart. We are just talking about things or toxic beliefs that that many of us inherited, like time of memorial when you're growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So things we were taught or shown that shaped how we see ourselves, how we love others, and just how we live life in general. Yeah. So, and now that we are adult, we are unlearning, we are learning, we are relearning, and that's what we want to do today. So choosing different. So whether you are doing anything you're doing today, just stay warm and listen to this as we unpack these beliefs.
Grab a cup of coffee, and if you've not subscribed, sijui nataka nikwambie nini.
But you see, we are shooting this in July, and maybe it will appear when it's warm. And
when it's warm, and you don't need tea anymore.
It's okay, you'll grab whatever you can grab that
or
day.
some popcorn.
Of course, that's a good choice.
So let's get right into it. So as usual, we don't want to blabber without some scientific backup. So let's get into the research.
We are staying safe.
Yeah, staying safe. Let's get into the statistics. So 80% of our core beliefs are formed by the age of 7. That's according to Psychology Today. 1 in 4 adults reports having experienced emotional neglect as a child, often leading to low self-worth, according to CDC to 2023. 75% of people in therapy work through issues related to family dynamics or childhood conditioning. APA, the American Psychological Association of 2022. Women of color are disproportionately taught to be strong, not soft, impacting vulnerability and emotional regulation. That's according to the Journal of Black Psychology 2021.
Women of color are suffering everywhere. You be strong to your family. You be strong for your family. You be strong. You don't have to cry. Exactly. You be strong for your children. You be strong for everyone around. You just being strong. Nobody's giving you a chance to just unpack your life 360 and actually ask for help and say, this is what I'm going through, so that me and you as a friend, we can figure it out. What next? Then your friend will tell you, stop crying. No. See, you told me crying.
Big girls don't cry.
There is a time you told me, like, crying equals to healing. Please unpack that, even before we dive deep into the statistic. Crying equals healing as a psychologist.
I think it simply means acknowledging your emotions, acknowledging what you're going through, instead of just packing it in a box and putting it at the corner of your brain. You acknowledge what you're going through. You go through the feelings. You cry if you need to cry, and then you move on.
So how is crying and healing intertwining?
I think in this case, I don't think crying is not. Crying is symbolic. It does not mean it does not have to
literally
be
crying.
Literally crying. What it means is sitting with your feelings and processing your feelings instead of compartmentalizing and putting them away, saying
and assuming I'm strong.
I don't need to.
You don't also need to. You don't want to show the society at this point you are defeated. At this point you're defeated. So that the society can figure out how can we help you and defeat the defeat.
Yeah, so it's important. I think it's important to cry, but crying is symbolic. It's not. It could be a lot of things, but what it basically means is processing your feelings, sitting with your emotions, and unpacking your emotions.
I don't even
either
think
by yourself or with the help of a professional.
I don't remember us telling our viewers that today's topic, because we just introduced that topic in a very conventional way.
Yeah.
But the topic was like the toxic beliefs that the toxic things that we were made to believe or we inherited from our childhood. Yes.
Unlearning and breaking free from the beliefs that broke us.
Gen Alpha maybe how I go through this, but definitely millennials, there is a lot that we really need to unlearn at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
there was a statistic that talked about the childhood thing.
Exactly, that is where I was going to. That 75% of people in therapy today work through issues related to family dynamics or childhood conditioning. Yani si vitu zimekupata ukiwa mtu mzima hivi. There are things from your past.
Like the neglect.
Yes,
there
the
is something
dysfunction.
trending. You see me, I have a problem with FOMO. Fear of being missing out. So there is something going on. It has been there for a while. I think we started talking about it after, seriously. It has been there, but seriously after the COVID-19. COVID-19, then people started saying, because now that's when people started taking therapy very seriously. Yes. So that's when people started realizing, there is something called childhood trauma. Hey, kindly unpack for us childhood trauma today. Unpack for us childhood trauma today.
Basically, childhood trauma is trauma that stems from how you were brought up or from your interactions with your primary caregivers as a child. So childhood trauma is a lot of things. It stems from a lot of things: abuse, neglect, and things like that. Like, that's the simplest definition I can give.
Stemming from childhood
your
issues.
Interactions, yes, with your primary caregiver.
Your mother used to shout at you. How is this gonna affect you as an adult?
As an adult, yes.
Or
your father used to abuse you, or a family member sexually abused you at some point. How is that going to?
So at all this time, you are just living, not knowing, you reacting towards so many things, so many situations, the way you are reacting because of your the trauma you had.
Exactly.
When you're growing up.
Okay.
So those are the things that we need to talk through. So when we talk through such kind of issues, we go back to normal setting. So when you talk through childhood trauma with your therapist, they help you find your way back.
They help you find your way back. They help you unpack those feelings. They help you understand why you behave the way you behave, and then they help you navigate ways of doing better.
Do you think there are childhood traumas that would make you behave the way you behave, but the way you're behaving is a better behavior?
I'm lost. I'm lost.
Like, you behaving the way you're behaving because of a childhood trauma. And you behave the behavior, whatever you're doing right now, however you're living, or how you're reacting to things, it's just okay, but it happened because of your childhood trauma.
No, I don't think trauma has
any positive
thing. Because let's talk about hyper independence. As a firstborn daughter, I struggled a lot with, I have to do this. I'm the one who's supposed to do this. I cannot ask.
Ndo wale watu before waingie meeting haiendelee.
No. Well, perhaps. Perhaps. But hata mkienda kutembelea mtu, you want to be the one to be serving people, doing this. Not acknowledging that there are other people in the space that can actually.
You don't want to
assist
be like
you.
a last one. You say last one, you just sit and wait to be served.
To be served, it's
so
difficult.
You're playing childhood trauma.
I think last ones are last ones
are special.
Are different. Yeah, they're special. Wow, they view things totally differently. Yeah, but that kind of hyper independence, it will help you achieve some goals, but then it's not a healthy thing because you're burning yourself out.
You're burning yourself out.
You don't want to ask for help when you need it.
You're strong.
Yeah, you're strong.
You can't cry because your follower will see you crying. How is that possible?
How is that possible? Someone was saying that sometimes when she's going through something, inafika mahali, anasema eti, okay, I'm going through a lot, but I can't afford to be crying right now. Because you have so much on your table, and you're saying, hey, I don't. There's no room for crying.
I mean, I don't have that luxury of crying.
Of crying, exactly.
Asking for help. Because some people actually, who are you going to ask for help? People who surrounds you are just they can't help. So what do you do? Yeah. Let's talk about these few of toxic beliefs. There are so many beliefs. We are just going to touch
some.
We promise. Let's try 5. Let's try 5.
Okay.
Let's try 5. So
no more. 5 and no more.
So now the first one is crying is a weakness. Hey, growing up, umeanguka, unalia nini? Amuka, utaokota pesa. Like, see, I'm hurting. Mbona unaniuliza nalia nini? See, I'm hurting. And it's also embarrassing. Yeah, watu wameniona nikianguka.
By the way,
that is confusing because pia as an adult, we keep on saying ukianguka, don't stay there. Stand up, like if you failed. Talk about like failing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You failed, just stand up and figure it out.
And life goes
and amuka, fanya hivi. Inasemekana, how do you say that? You shake off the dust.
Shake off the dust.
And then you move on.
And then you move on.
You get a different route. So if you ask me, when you are told when you fall, please don't cry, just stand up, and it can also be positive, don't you think so? In life as an adult.
Yeah, in life as an adult.
Yeah, you can't. We can't stay.
You can't cry there for long.
Yeah. But nime hurt. Can you just acknowledge the fact that I'm hurting?
You're hurting. Yeah.
I've just fallen down.
Yeah. I think we need to acknowledge that. You see those motivational speeches, they don't give room for you to cry. They tell you, kianguka, dust yourself and get up and keep moving.
Motivational speakers wanakuambia alianza kukua ni billionaire sahi lakini alianza na njugu 3. Like seriously. Ama hujaisikia hizo?
Nishaisikia. Like there's no room for failing, there's no room for crying because you lost an investment.
I just lost my 1 million and my first 1 million. You don't want me to cry?
Yeah, no, but I think that is a very problematic line of thought. Like crying is not weakness,
but it can also be positive. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it can also be positive. It can also be positive, but for you to be a healthy, emotionally healthy human being, you have to deal with your.
So in short, you're saying you can be healthy. Financially healthy in the way you're achieving your plans, the way you're living your life, very positive, you're madam positive, but somehow
your mental health
is not 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is funny. So the cost of being emotionally tough. How do when you're on a burst at one point?
Yeah, at one point sasa na snap
out.
They completely lose it. Yeah.
So that's when you pack so many issues. Like you've been telling me this and I've been just assuming. You told me this the other year. You're telling me this. So today you're still telling me this. Today I can't take it anymore. A friend of mine told me, even bladder. You know the bladder?
Yeah.
Exactly. The rubber band. Yes. They also have this the last stretch. They can't go the limit. They can't go past that limit. So when you're a human being who pack emotions, at one point you'll snap out, and chances are very high you're gonna overreact, and it will also be very late because by the time you're snapping out, you've messed up with so many things about you, your relationships
with your parents,
your siblings, your friends. You end up breaking a very beautiful friendship that might have been of importance at this point. So just learn to, when it happens, we sort it out here and here. Well, uliniambia hivyo, me I don't like people telling me that. And then you ask me, why don't you like? And then I give you my thought process.
And then you offload and then you move on.
And then we hug each other and then we go on. So don't pack things. If this is not working for you, you tell me.
Yeah.
This is not working for me. And in fact, somebody was telling me, even relationship, you say there is something also trending. How 3-day relationship feels like. At least today mimi ndo nakwambia vitu zina trend. Kama umekuwa busy the whole week.
Yeah.
How a 3-day, but I was imagining how 3-day relationship feels. It's the best feeling ever. Ever. You can talk to somebody the whole night.
Yeah. The whole night. And
people should go through that. By the at least once in their while, if not 10 times in your life, then try it once in your life. Yeah. So somebody was saying how a 3-day relationship feels like. But I'm also imagining if there are things that can be said or can be talked about during these 3 days, then we are giving this relationship a very strong foundation. But there are things that you see in these 3 days, you can still, if you're not mesmerized by love, you can still figure out red flags within 3 days, within that 3-day period. And if you don't handle them, maybe they are also not just red flags, but they are bad habits that somebody is developing. And if you don't handle them even during this honeymoon period, then when you want to handle it, when we are in the other period, it's gonna break. It's gonna break.
But then it's difficult to handle things in that period, because even their fat smells nice.
And then what happens later on then?
You figure it out.
Normally do happen after that.
You figure it out as you move.
And then you realize this is not working.
Yeah, you realize this is not working.
And in most cases, actually, it's not working.
Yeah. So the second toxic belief is that love has to be earned.
When it's not naturally. What is love?
Growing up feeling we had to be good or useful to deserve love.
Oh my God.
I can relate to that.
I can also.
Yeah.
I can also. And because you try so much to be good.
And to perform well in school.
To perform well, to be acknowledged, to be, because even children, when we were growing up, you see parents rewarding children and leaning towards the smartest kids. And smartness was, how are they defining smartness? In school, how are you performing in school?
Exactly. There was no other way. There was no room for creative thinking or anything like that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was like you performing. It was exam based. Exam based. It doesn't matter whether you have some other bad behaviors, but so long as you're performing in school, parents will tend to lean, and that's how other children were feeling left out. And then now they start reacting towards that, and now they become rebellious, and things go south. Which is very painful. Something that I am so proud of millennials. They have really tried to unlearn that. Though few are still going through that direction. I am so sorry. But in most cases, you even see, even Kenyan government have realized that is not working, and now the CBC is now here in place. Though I'm still also struggling to know whether CBC is good or bad.
I know.
Is it for parents or for children? I'm still struggling because though it has so many positive impact. Number one, it's forcing parents to be part of their lives, part of their children's life. Hey, you'll have to do that
and
assignment.
To actively participate in
the kids' life, and also a form of bonding. You can imagine you working on a project with your child. Those are memories that we don't have.
And for them, they will never forget that session. You know, remembering that my mom or my dad did this with me, kids will never forget.
Kids will never forget. And now when you say us believing like love has to be earned, you see it is now trickling down, not even trickling down, even at our age, you still affecting us, because now you have to do unthinkable. And do things that people don't deserve, but you do them for people so that they can
like you
and love you and choose you
and choose
and choose you.
Of pick me women.
Pick me, because this person clearly has no intention of having you, and his actions is very clear that I am not in this, but you're still trying and struggling and being the wife and being the baby girl, and so that they can still pick you and choose you. I think people should define. I've also legea kamba hapo. I think people should define their breakpoints. And define them clearly so well that this is, if you do this, then I don't have any room for negotiation. I don't have any room for negotiation, so that even as you grow old with somebody, they know the boundaries. They know the boundaries. Yeah. So that we stop the pick me one. You find two women fighting over one man, and then the other one is celebrating. Yeah. He chose me.
Someone asked, what does if two women are fighting over a man, what does the woman who wins the man get? What do you get?
You get the man.
Which man? The one that
the disrespectful man.
The one that couldn't choose you. The one that
cheating man.
The cheating man.
Yes. Yeah. Clearly. And that's what you are fighting for. Anyway, by the time you are fighting for him, and you've known, like, even if you are the first one, but he has gone. Yeah. And even tried, even if it is not successful, but he tried. He thought of it. It's the thought that counts, right? He thought about this other person. That means, if you win, you're useless. Then the other person will lose. Yeah. I'm so sorry. It sounds bad.
True. So let's talk about. I think we've already talked about this conditional affection from parents or caregivers. Conditional, like perform vizuri ndio upendwe, perform vizuri ndio ufanye hii.
Si ndio inatuaffect mpaka saa hii. Sasa we are pick me.
Yeah. So is it possible to learn to be worthy by just existing?
No, how you see I'm imagining a child growing up. There is nothing they know. So if that's the condition, then therefore they grow up believing like they have to do something.
Yeah. To be worthy.
You've never told them that there is also life beyond school. Yeah. There is also life beyond this. There is also life like, can we compartment or put them into segments? Segment A, segment B, segment C. Then identify what segment your child fall in, and then now you encourage that child in that segment.
To pursue that.
I think CBC is helping us to do that. But before then, and it's so sad if there are women or men who still wants to parent that direction.
Yeah, it's really sad. And really, your child should just know that by simply being born and existing,
that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. And I think for adults, it takes a lot of self-awareness and inner work to, especially if you're someone with a low self-esteem, it takes a lot of inner work to get to the point where now you feel, I don't have to do this to please this person or this and this and this.
But do you realize,
because I'm worthy.
But do you realize even we were not born with low self-esteem?
Exactly.
It's people around us. It's people we are giving chances.
Yeah.
It's people we are giving chances, people who we want to choose us. It's the parents who brought up that way and made sure that other children are special and good and clever and smart, and other children are being called all sorts of names.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also feel like our parents used to name us after people they love.
Yeah.
And then now when you're not named after anyone, then what happened? They call the other ones Mama, Baba, alafu wewe.
Or you're not performing as the other person performed.
And na ule ameitwa mama yake. Halafu wewe.
So the other toxic belief is what happens in the house stays in the house. We are talking about the silencing culture in many families.
Do you want me to talk about that? But hata mimi natakanga what stays here. What you hear here stays here.
How secrecy breeds shame and trauma. Normalizing open conversations and seeking help.
Imagine I'm not talking about that.
You have to talk about it. You have to.
You're so unfair.
No, I'm not unfair.
Why do you want us to wash our dirty linen outside?
If you're terrorizing your child, does the child have the right to talk to a therapist or a counselor at school?
They should.
Or that's airing dirty linen.
Okay, yeah, but you still... Come to think of it, either way, you still doing that. You still washing your dirty linen. You still taking our issues outside. But can we talk to our children? Can we tell them? Can we give them the freedom of saying that this is not working for me.
Exactly.
This is how I feel.
Especially to the caregiver, to the parent.
But now you can be so unreasonable as a parent. So if you are so unreasonable, because by the time my child will raise something like that, I will be so keen to ask her, how do you think I can improve? I can improve. But what do you think? Because now this is my thought process as a parent. What is your thought process, mama or baba? Kuna waitanga hivyo. What's your thought process? Then how can we, the two of us, let's figure it out. So ikikataa, me, I will not wait for my child to go to a school therapist. I will take my child to a therapy, and me, so that we see life clearly, me and my child, because it's just a curtain somebody needs to draw. Yes. So we will go together and see if we are understanding each other. Sometimes they are so unreasonable.
Exactly. So zingine amwelewani, irrespective of how much you're trying to communicate.
Yes. And you're brought up by a mother or a father who you don't just talk.
Exactly.
You don't just talk.
I remember one time in school, a certain boy wrote a certain girl a letter. And then
boys walikuwa na go extra mile.
You are very innocent. I was such a little girl. I didn't know. A good one. Like the people who knew about that letter were the older girls in the class.
And you are wondering, so what is
break tumeitwa? Everyone down.
Unachapwa lini hata ujui nini inaendelea.
Baadaye ndo we are coming to learn that a letter was written
when you wamesoma
ushago people did not and people did not report.
Oh, you were supposed to report.
You were supposed to report. Yeah, ukisikia kitu kama
kazi yako ni kusoma hapa ama ku report issues.
Exactly. So in our when we were growing up, there was no room for conversation. There was not, even with our parents, like we were not given the room to negotiate and say mimi nafikiria hivyo.
Me, I didn't know about this.
Whatever the parents said was final.
And now you are parenting in 2025 and you want to do that to a Gen Alpha.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Change your mind and learn that. That was done to you who never knew your rights.
Exactly. Yeah. So please don't pass down that generational trauma to your kids. Yeah. Let it end with you. Give your kids room to express themselves, to talk. Ajue, if life gets tough, even as an adult, they can still come back to you and tell you, kumekuwa kugumu. Yeah. Or if they're going through something, they do not live with the fear that if they come and tell you, watapata kiboko.
Tunajua Jennifer pia wanatupea pressure sometimes. You love them, you give them the best, and then unaona anaanza kukua na kitu kingine ngumu 1 2 3 na naana tu.
So lazima ubalance. Balance lazima. Sometimes Kai does not like to eat, so sometimes when I force him to eat, he'll just eat with asira. And then he'll tell me, Mom, I have something to tell you after this. Yeah.
Okay.
And I allow him to finish.
So after that, I'm eager to hear. To say after that,
now he come and tell me, I didn't like the way you were telling me eat all the time.
As if I'm eating for you.
I didn't like the way you were telling me eat all the time. And then I tell him, I also don't like, I don't like the way I have to remind you to keep finishing your food. Yeah. And then now he knows, he can always tell me whatever is on his mind.
Yeah. So you argue as adults. Then Alpha will tell you, I don't like the way you're talking to me. I don't like the way you're shouting at me. Why did you tell me like that? I didn't like it. Or you're talking to them, you're then they also don't like everything. We have never seen what they like. They just like going out. Nothing else.
Your millennial self, vile ulikuwa umelelewa, you start unajipata saa zingine umeshout, and then they ask you calmly, why are you shouting? You know I can hear you. Why are you shouting?
Off balance kabisa.
Yes, exactly.
Off balance. So now you feel ashamed and stupid, and you're wondering, really, is this necessary?
You're wondering if it's necessary.
Okay.
Believe you're either a success or a failure. No in between. What do you think?
You're failure and stuck.
You're failing ndo ustaki. Na in between
iko. And it's good. I think in between is even better than success.
Yeah.
You just living like a contented,
simple
basic life. Yeah, you get what you need. for the day, for the year.
Yeah.
You and in fact, in between knows how to take care of themselves than the success. But failure tapana.
Failure ndio utaki.
Failure staki. But in between, yes.
Yeah.
But I also against basic, being basic. So hapo pia najicontradict. Do you believe in that? There is in between.
I believe in seasons of life. There are times when you're succeeding, there are times when you're not succeeding, and you should be allowed the grace to do so. Okay,
now define failure.
Failure. I cannot define failure because failure means
there is no failure. That's what I'm talking about. There is no failure.
Yeah.
Why do you think there is no failure? Either bado uko kwa hiyo season ingine, but now there is better days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Or you're transitioning.
Or you've just decided not to do anything about your life, which is also okay. By the way, mimi nimefika point like it's fine. Yeah. We are not going to die to achieve things. Yeah. Exactly. Mimi nimeamua tu I'm not going to move out of my mom's house. What is wrong with that? That's my mother, not your mother.
Exactly.
You don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It's mine. I don't think there is failure. People fail because maybe we did not give them enough support. Na wengine wamekataa tu wengi. I'm not going to talk about that.
Tu wengine wamekataa. Okay, the fear, let's talk about the perfectionism trap.
Perfectionist?
The perfectionism trap and the fear of disappointing parents or ruining your future.
The fear of disappointing parents. My dear, you're gonna grow old very fast. Because and then this comes with competition among siblings. Sijui kama umewahi notice.
Yeah, because now every sibling wants to be
loved.
Yeah.
And it's still the same thing that they did to us when growing up and believing that you have to be number one.
Yeah.
You don't come up with any other number apart from number one. Yeah. And people who are coming up with top 3 were here in their heart. And then the rest were surviving. So now when you grow up, you still trying to impress them.
Yeah.
Mimi ndo nataka kumfanyia hii. Mimi ndo imagine your parents washaishi maisha yao. Ni wewe, can you focus on you for now? Yeah. Hapo pia inatupeleka tena ile siku tulisema black tax. That was a very sensitive topic.
Yeah, that was a hot topic. Because even now parents in some households parents reward the one that is bringing the most black tax home. Yeah, in some households. Yeah. But
hata wewe, you are human being. Tusijifanye sometimes that we are not human being. We are not logs. Utapenda mtu anakuleteanga vitu.
Utapenda mtu anakuletea vitu. Watoto ni wako wote. And you know, until I have maybe more than one kid,
you'll understand.
This is a conversation that is difficult for me because I don't see.
You don't have any experience.
Exactly, I don't see how you can love this kid more than this kid.
I'm told you cannot love like 50-50. I don't know how. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
But they're all your kids.
They're all your kids.
They're all your kids. I don't know. Me, I also don't have any experience, so I'm not going to talk
a lot of millennials, especially women, talk about not getting pregnant, not because it would have ruined the future for them, but because they didn't want to disappoint their parents.
Sorry?
A lot of millennials talk about the fear of getting pregnant at maybe as a teenager or while in campus or something, because it's something that
they fear
would ruin their lives, but because they are doing it because they don't want to disappoint their parents.
You're gonna discuss that alone, Lynn. Number one, you getting pregnant at a teenage is already annoying. And frustrating. So right now the problem is you only fear because of your parents. But again, me personally, as Rachel, me, I'm against it.
Yeah.
Can you just live like a child? You are still a child, you are still a teenager, you are still in school. I believe in living the seasons. After school, do this and this and this and this. But when it happens, then embrace it.
Yeah.
Unaona? But I'm not going to sit here and say that you can do it if you want to do it.
No.
Then it's not a good thing. So they should fear it.
It's not a good thing at all. It's not a good thing because of the repercussions. But then watu wengi waliogopa chenye reaction ya wazazi itakuaje.
After them getting or before getting?
After, no.
No, hebu soma hiyo swali vizuri because ni kama hata wewe unani confuse. Because the question was,
let me ask you. When you were a teenager, a girl in high school, the thought of pregnancy crossed your mind, right?
That would kill me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
literally,
where did the fear stem from? Were you afraid of losing your future or disappointing your parents?
I didn't even know like future thing at that point. It's disappointing.
Exactly. That is my point.
Mistake. So now mistake.
Okay, so can we embrace the beauty of process, mistakes and growth?
Yeah.
Is it something?
And I have problems with mothers, teenage mothers, after getting pregnant, and then now you become so unapproachable.
Yeah.
No, it has happened. So either unisaidie kuruin my life or unisaidie ku pick up my pieces. You get my point?
Yeah.
So easy fear zote, it's because we've never had a conversation with our children so that our children knows like you can come to me anytime with any situation, and I'm the first one to give you an advice. Hatujai kuwa na that such kind of conversation, especially girls mom. I think it's a very important conversation, just to let your child know that Mimi, I will be your first support system.
Yeah.
Anytime, even before you even think about it, just come and blur something.
Yeah.
I will be here to look at it and advise, so that when something like this it should not happen, but when it happens, let me be the first one to know.
Yeah.
Kitu kama hiyo. Do we? No. Walikuwa wakali.
Sasa they didn't, but mimi I'm very intentional about parenting.
Wazazi walikuwa wakali. Sasa ikifanyika mtu ana resort to get married. Anakimbia achaguliwe, sasa itakuwaje?
Because if you go home, your parents are going to kill you.
And now then, because now huko utauliwa, huku ukikuja, you have to behave like you're really really good. And be extremely good so that
you're accepted. Exactly. And then now you grow up, you're people pleasing because you want to be, you feel like you have abandonment issues. Yeah, you want to be accepted. So that strong women don't need help, especially commonly happening in Africa or black households. And how strength can become a burden. How strength is in quotes, can become a burden, and how we can relearn interdependence, softness, and vulnerability.
Softness.
You can say that strong women don't need help.
They behave like they don't need, but deep down they need.
Everyone needs help.
Everyone needs help, and help is wisdom.
Yeah.
Delegate those things. You have money. Employ somebody to help you do things that you cannot do, so that you get to what you can do. You do optimum at the optimum level, because whatever do not need your immediate attention has been taken care of by someone. But you want to take care of your children alone. You want to be the woman that akiingia kwa ofisi everybody runs to their desk to behave like they're working, but they are not working. And you want to be this beautiful and well collected, calm wife to someone. Impossible, and the best mother-in-law and daughter-in-law at the same time. And the best daughter and the best sibling in the entire home. And what else? And a lot of things.
Yeah.
No.
Impossible.
We started by saying help is wisdom. You need help.
You need help.
Yeah.
And normalize softness. Like I said in the previous episode, Mimi, I want all the help. Yeah. That thing that people say that what men can do, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Please let the men continue doing.
You don't have to be better.
I don't want to be better. I want to lean into my softness and enjoy.
Madam.
Yes. Let the men continue doing, please.
I think sometimes I want to go back to the life of my grandma. But those guys used to work as slaves.
They used to work.
Because what were men doing, by the way, even if you read history, so they were hunters and gatherers. They bring food. Then who is going to cook this food? Is the woman. What else were they doing? No, it differs from culture to culture. Because now if you go to Maasai land, see women
it's women who are building.
Why were women
building? Yeah, I think it's just cultural stuff. I had a friend whose grandfather was a chief. You remember the Paramount chiefs? He had like 3 wives. So my friend was telling me, mchana they would sit in, you know, the gazebo. What is called? Is it called Abila? You know Abila?
The office.
The office,
yes.
Yes, they would sit there with all the boy children of the family. And then food would be brought from the 3 households. And then
who is bringing this food?
The wives. And then now they
and where are the girls?
The girls, they are helping their mothers cook. They are not there with the boys and the grandfather.
So me, I cook from house number 1, Mikai, in short, right? First wife. And then I cook with my girls, and then we carry, or I'm the one carrying to take. Then house number 2 cook and carry and take. House number 3 cook and carry and take. So this boy child is more important in that
kind of cultural setting. So they would just bring the food and then they would pick the tastiest.
Who is picking?
The boys and their grandfather. They pick the tastiest.
Grandfather or the father?
The grandfather, the Paramount chief.
The Paramount chief?
Yeah. He's there with the
sons and the grandsons.
Yes.
All the men in the family.
Wanakaa hapo kwa gazebo and then they wait for the food. So they pick what they like and then whatever they don't like would go back to
that house.
The house where it came from.
And then me as the house that this bad food came, I would feel bad. I would sit down with my child and eat.
You feel bad and then now tomorrow you overdo. You want to outdo the others. Man, Patrick is so shitty. Anyway,
that was bad.
Yeah,
because YouTube is gonna penalize you.
So unlearning is like cooking your favorite childhood dish, but this time leaving out the ingredients that always made you sick. It might taste unfamiliar at first, but it's better for your soul.
Yeah, because there are spices that were not working well for you, because that's what you are introduced to, that's what you know as a child, you continue cooking that food that type of a way.
And you think it's normal.
Kindly stop. Just try egg without tomato sauce, and we see how it tastes. Maybe it tastes better for you.
Yeah, so there's a lot of learning and relearning.
Learning and relearning.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop with age. Okay.
Yeah, so the stories we were told as children don't have to be the stories we live as adults. Now you're in control, you have the ability to make better decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
We get to unlearn, we get to rewrite, we get to heal. So
healing. It's the healing for me today.
Yeah. So here's to feeling the feelings. Cry when you need to sit with your feelings, questioning the norms and giving ourselves permission to grow beyond our upbringing.
Madam, I want you to
whatever your parents created does not have to be the end.
I know. You crying, the crying. I'm stuck at the crying bit.
Yeah.
You crying.
Yeah.
Tushafunga lakini tunaendelea tu. So the crying. What is your take in somebody crying in public? We've done this several times with my friend at Java.
You were crying in public?
Not crying, but you see, like I'm telling her or she's telling me a story, or somebody did something to her or me. Most cases it's me. And then now the emotional bit when you're now unpacking it with your friend, and then you find like you're not crying,
but the tears are coming.
And definitely you see how Java is. Yeah. Everybody's looking at it other side, and then you're trying to do that, and then my friend will, no, can you cry? You cry it out loud. Cry it all out. Is that necessary?
It's okay. It's fine. The location does not matter. you can cry in the privacy of your bedroom or out in public. Because we are not compartmentalizing and stacking feelings.
Okay. Now the crying in public.
Yeah.
You stand for that.
I don't know. I don't think I would ever do it, but I don't blame anyone who does it, because you're sitting with your feelings and you feel overwhelmed by those feelings. Like, you cannot ignore how you feel in that moment. And someone said sometimes you don't know how badly someone wronged you until you're telling the story to someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, that's when I don't know where the tears normally come.
No, because now you're telling the story and you're listening.
You're now listening to yourself. That time you are acting.
Exactly. You're listening to yourself and listening to how badly that person hurt you. Yeah. So I think it's okay to cry.
Wow.
So thank you so much for sticking with us to the end of the
It was amazing
conversation.
Yeah. This was 13 or 12th episode.
12 or 13.
Either.
See you guys on the next episode, and please hit the subscribe button and follow us on our socials. We go by Sima and say bye.
Thank you.
You don't want to say bye.
Oh, but I got distracted with so many rings.
Yeah.
This lady, it's like she got engaged the other night without telling her secretly.
But these don't even look like engagement rings.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.